a little bit before I make it to my page. They took my phone, and of course they still have my other two phones. So I'm using Concerned Citizens phone to be able to go live right now.
You got any viewers?
It's America First. No, not
Okay.
yet.
You give it 2 minutes. You can babble for a minute,
But we are headed to an undisclosed location outside of Livingston and outside of Polk County. Since they seem to definitely have an issue with me here lately. We are leaving Livingston now. Glad to be free. Thank you to all the Texas auditors. I think everybody came together to help get me out. You know, special thank you to, of course, Justin Pulliam and John Gray, Concerned Citizen, Jack Miller, News Now Ninja, and everybody else. Y'all know who y'all are. If I sit here and try to list everybody, I'll forget somebody and I'll feel terrible. Everybody who donated, I know that it's dark right now, y'all can't see me, but everybody who donated and helped get me out, thank you. I'm just very glad to be out. Now we got to work on getting Blue out. Blue, the Blue Line Watcher, is still incarcerated. She is still on a $100,000 bond, $105,000 bond. She has court Friday. Hopefully we'll get that lowered. I think we have a good chance of it. There's really just crap that they got us on anyways. But again, thank you to all the Texas people. Thank you to Long Island Audits. I did not know. I've spoken with him before on some other stuff that I was trying to get his help on, but I did not expect to hear that he was helping, and that's awesome. I love when we come together. You know, people say that this isn't a community, but it really is. We look out for each other, and it's awesome to see that happen. I'm glad to be out, glad to be free. Worried about Blue. The last update I got from her, she was actually right on the other side of the wall from me. The last update I got from her through other people in there was that she looked tired, but she looked good. So I'm hoping she's still hanging in there. We should have her out hopefully next week. Just wanted to give you all an update from Concerned Citizens page, since I won't be able to get to mine for a little bit. Thankfully, there's a lot of people coming together to help get this done, help get justice restored, as it were. You know, it's what happens when you go against the grain, and especially, I don't just do YouTube. I was very vocal on Facebook, on local elections here and stuff like that. And obviously, I made some enemies that wanted me to be quiet until after the elections, and they got their way. But unfortunately, I have a feeling that those that wanted me to be quiet
We got our way too, because those fucking hypocrites have been voted out. They got primaried out. Lehan will not be the judge, and Tommy Coleman will not be the DA. Praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Polk County justice will be really fucked up if those guys had won.
There wouldn't be any justice in Polk County if they had won. But I'm out. Thank you all for everybody who donated, even if you just a penny. Thank you. It's amazing. It's amazing to see everybody come together and help when one of us gets down and gets temporarily taken out. You know, I can't speak for everybody. I know that what's up, John Eagle? People, like I said, like to say there's no community in the auditing community, but there is. You know, my stuff is proof. I've never had to come up with any money from myself for any of my bonds. It's always been people that viewed my videos and they liked what I did. I haven't I haven't worked in over a year just from support of other people liking what I did and knowing that stuff needs to change in our country and in our state of Texas. There's a lot of stuff, on my business cards it says don't back the blue, and that's not a message for you, that's a message for the police. Don't back the blue. We can back the blue. You cannot. We can't afford for you to, because if your partner's messing up, we need you to stand up, do the right thing, and turn him in. That message is for other police officers. I got into this because I got scared. I have family that are behind a badge. I got family that have worked for police departments and worked for unions, and I was tired of seeing good cops getting hurt because of what other cops did. Stuff happened in another state, and then people react down here, and it's not worth it, man. We're all Americans. Whether you have a badge, no matter what, we're all Americans, And I didn't like seeing that, so I started doing this, and man, it's been a roller coaster, but I'm glad I started doing it. I'm glad I've got people that stand behind me, and I'm glad to be out. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Hey, if you are one of those who stand behind the blue line and you cannot cross it, know that you can always reach out to the auditors of Texas, and we will bring your complaints forward. We can highlight the corruption so that you don't have to take the retaliation. We apparently can take the retaliation when we have the support that we do, whereas you would be buried by the blue line if you tried to step forward. So do not hide. If you see corruption, seek us out, and you will have a remedy.
Yeah, not just Texas. If you're anywhere across the country, you're an officer that's behind the badge and you're afraid to speak out publicly against somebody that is doing wrong, contact an auditor. Trust me, they don't want to give up. I know that everybody that I talk to, I'm never giving up their names. They won't find the people that give me information in my phones or in my contacts, because I make sure to protect my sources. Everybody else does too. That's one of the things you have to do. That's one of the, what do you call it? It's one of the highlights of journalism. One of the mainstays in journalism is you have to protect your sources, because if you don't, you won't have any. So, I'm glad to be out. I'm glad that there's people out there, not just on our side, on the auditing side, but there's also people in the system. They love to see what we do, and they don't want to see corruption keep going and keep expanding in their communities. And that's what we're doing, is we're trying to get that brought to light. When you shine a light on corruption, it's a lot harder for that corruption to spread. So we're glad for the victory in Polk County, to see that corruption did not continue to spread in Polk County. We're glad to see that the voters in Polk County made the right choice, made their voices be heard, and made it known that everybody, not just people who are vocal about it, but everybody, who, even the quiet ones, we come in there to that poll and we can vote anonymously, and we can end corruption. That's across the country. If you want to get the corruption out, it starts with you. You have to go, you have to vote. I don't vote only because I want to be vocal, and I want to go against corruption. And I feel like if I vote, I'm taking a side, and I don't want to take a side. There is no sides for me. There's good and evil, and I want the evil out. I guess I do have a side, a good side. But thanks to everybody, especially Polk County. Y'all said it loud and clear that we're tired of the crap out here.
The public, the citizens, the people of Polk County, thank you for standing up, representing, and supporting. We heard your comments. We were working steadfastly on this to try and bring it to as quick as remedy as possible. And without your support, we would not have been able to do what we did. There was many people across Texas, and then we finally had to reach out across state lines to make this happen. And thank you guys for showing support and letting everybody know that we had the support that would made this possible.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We're gonna go ahead and pause it here. How do you do that? I've never been on, I don't have a live stream anywhere on my.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a X up in the top right corner, and that ends it.
Thank you again. Love you all.
CCC, SIG out.
America first. Out.